All the rounds last year, it was a bizarre trend, and Doncaster looking to put the pressure on here with this dead ball. In it comes, and Blackman didn't get there. Unbelievable. We've seen this one before. Watford, Barnsley and Arsenal last year, all with goals in the opening minutes. And now Doncaster have scored at Staines. And Jamal Blackman can't believe it. That was a bit of a flap, and he knows it, and Chelsea are behind.
He didn't get there at all, did he? Just no movement with his feet. Seemed leaden-footed there. Big centre-back's got in. Got to cross his man. There's no marking. I think they're expecting Jamal just to come and clatter him, really, and just get a good fist on the ball and clear his lines. Doesn't get there. And it's a simple header. But as we said, you know, we started slightly on the back foot. Slightly.
We'll hope that that's just a momentary lapse of concentration even. I'm sure it will be. He's a fine young keeper. That's a good touch from Kiwomya. Baker to Feruz. He lost out. Swift has it back and has room for the shot. Not one of his best, and I promise you he can hit them very well indeed. John Swift scores. He's one of those players.
He got time to take control of the ball and turn. Yeah, is there enough communication out there?
Kiwomya, low ball in after a good run from Kane, and Kiwomya has it back. How's the cross?
He's done very well there, to be honest. Done very well. He could have blasted this one across, and all he had to do was pick it up to the far post. Tries hard to do that, doesn't quite reach his target.
And Nditi with the cross this time. That's a dangerous one. And Maxted came, didn't get there. Feruz was close.
That's a great ball in, isn't it? This is where Feruz should be busting a gut, really, to get it. Didn't start at the first minute, and that's what we really needed to do. But, as we say, plenty of time to get back into it, but we're doing better.
And here's Feruz, great footwork. Needs some help in the middle. And finds it. Great chance for Swift. 1-1-1. Instant response. Chelsea have come out firing after a sloppy first couple of minutes. That's more like it.
It's a super finish, this is. I mean, great play in a wide area as well. Feruz does ever so well, gets a little nutmeg, gets away from two players with his pace, drills the ball across, doesn't find his first man, but what a good position he gets into at the far post there. Great first touch on his left foot and just strikes it to the back of the net. Well, that's a great finish, and we're back in the game. And onwards, and he was unlucky not to do better with it. Feruz just really needs to keep it a little bit better than he did.
Well, it's all action, up and down stuff at the moment. Swift into Feruz. He's made room. Good hit and strong hand from Maxted to keep it out.
It's a good opportunity for him. Doncaster are going to get a little bit of good fortune that they got there. Not particularly good header by Adam at the far post. And Mullen's got an opportunity with two players into the penalty area. I think if they're going to score again, they've got to do better than that. It's a great touch.
Feruz trying to poke something clever in at the end. He almost managed it.
He did. That's a great...
Soft one from Baker. There's Aki to profit from a very poor pass from McCormick when Donkey could have been in then. Affane with Nditi on the overlap. The youth team's most busy player this season in terms of games played, Adam Nditi. He's teed up John Swift there. I mentioned earlier, can strike from distance very well indeed. That's not one of his preparation. There are a lot more youth games than there are reserve games, of course, so it's always worth bearing in mind. Lewis Baker with the pass. Affane's going to get there too. He's done really well, Affane. Wants someone in the middle, and it was Piazon that he found. And it could quite easily, and maybe should quite easily, have been 2-1 Chelsea.
We were 2-0 up, then this is fine. But at 1-1, you know, we've got to force the issue. We are the better side, but we've got to go out and prove it.
Doncaster happy to sit back in their shape. That's a lovely touch from Feruz, and out by Baker to Amin Affane. What's he got? Good ball in, super ball in, and somehow no one got the killer touch on it. I think that's just missed three people. Well, in theory, he ought to be, as we see him defending here, but not that well. Ball was nearly in, and the ball was nearly in, but for a dodgy follow-up from Mullen. Now, what's going on here?
Clear his lines, you know, I said earlier on, get both feet off the floor. If you see it coming, get your feet off the floor. He's actually done that as well, you know, and I think, you know, it's so important that you learn that. Otherwise you can get hurt badly.
Swift has done well, and he's found Alex Kiwomya, who's got a bit of room here. Kiwomya, it's a bobbler. Didn't get any power behind it. That is a shame. That was a breakaway with, what, minute and a half to go to the break. That would have been perfect timing.
Well, it would. Again, you know, we win the ball in midfield, and we move the ball forward, get the ball higher up the park, just a little bit quicker. It's great going into wide areas, you know, I've got no problem with that, but I think come pushing up from the back and through midfield, we've got to start moving the ball that little bit sharper, because I don't think Doncaster have got enough in them to suggest they can deal with that. If we're allowing them time in the ball, yes, they're going to get the odd shot away and the odd free kick, but I don't think they could live with us once we've proved that we can move the ball quicker to get into good positions. Keep asking questions about them defensively.
It goes Swift again. It's a super little run. Great chance here on the spin. Kiwomya wide. Just wonder if he could have left that for Feruz, or whether the shout was there.
Yeah, I think you're well, that's really good. Nice and confident. Comes out and claims the ball when it could have been dangerous.
And bowled it out quick as well to Amin Affane. Here comes the counter. Swift again. The arm was up from Todd Kane, who'd made the run, and then Feruz goes with the first time strike. That wasn't quite as well directed as
typical striker that was.
Well, it's all about progress. The Youth Cup, in the short term to go further forward in the competition, and in the long term to get up into the first team. Here comes Todd Kane, and there is a right footer, but again not with the oomph that we know he often packs.
There as well, there was an overlapping player that really would have put us under pressure. Decides to shoot, and we managed to get the block in, so wrong decision by Ball on this occasion.
However much of the ball Chelsea have, all it takes is one good hit, one mistake. Now here's Feruz trying to turn defence into attack. That's another strong arm save to deny him. Again, with that power, you feel bottom corner and it's in.
Not in the starting lineup at the beginning of the season. You've got to be thinking, well, I've got to work harder.
It's turned into a decent ball that from Nditi, and he's trying to get round Paddy Mullen and not succeeding.
But he's done one well there, Mullen, hasn't he?
And so's Feruz, who made it possible for Nditi to come in, who in turn made it possible. Neatly taken by Piazon. Binns rather allowed him to. Piazon still going, and there it is. Bit of a deflection, a helping hand, and Chelsea have turned it round, and they lead at Whincop Park. And with 20 minutes left, it's 20 minutes to round 4 of the Youth Cup.
Well, we've had a bit of luck here, haven't we? You can hear the bench screaming at their fullback Jordan Binns to attack the first header. It's a long ball forward. They have plenty of time to do that. Once they don't do that, we get the ball on the floor. Piazon does the rest. It's a decent enough strike. They've given him too much space, and he's had a little bit of good fortune by getting the deflection. Well, you have to say, territorially, we probably deserved another.
Soak it up. They are preparing a change, but they've got a free kick first on 75 minutes, which Paddy Mullen is going to swing towards the far post. Oh, and they had a great chance to get back level. I think it was Lucas, the captain, in there with the final header.
By the lines on this near side, I think Aki played it off of the lad who was coming forward.
Now Blackman waited again. Chance, good save. It was point blank. The overhead kick.
Done ever so well in the end, Jamal. Blackman stayed very, very big. I actually don't think this is his ball initially. I don't think there's enough pace on it. Just wonder where the defenders had gone to cover that space. Really shouldn't leave a big hole like that at the back and expect your goalkeeper to come and take it.
Jordan ball it was, and anywhere else, this is in, and this is 2-2. If it's not where he hits it here. Did well though, good reaction.
Well, he did. I don't think that the first one was his ball. You know, just looking across to see who.
A couple of changes still available. Neatly done by Piazon. And Nditi, always full of energy, and he's got it back here from Feruz. And Nditi to finish it, and it would have finished it, but he's pulled it wide.
Yeah, lovely football again. And we said it earlier on, didn't we, with Adam, to put a good delivery in.
Not the first clattering he's had tonight either. Here comes the free kick. There's the flick. Oh, brilliant! No.
Offside.
Offside.
Well, it certainly looked good, didn't it? Gianfranco zone.
Cheeky from Nditi, and Piazon is there to come away with the ball, and he's done well to find someone in a bit more space than he was. Baker, and then out to Kane.
It's a good pass, wasn't it, by Piazon? Todd Kane takes a shot on.
Blocked out to Piazon. Still on his feet here, Piazon, trying to work the room for a shot himself. Pass now is looking like the better option, but he wishes he'd done it. Easily said with hindsight. Here goes ball.
There's been a few times tonight, hasn't there, where he's tried to do too much with the football. Okay, we've got to give him credit for the goal that he scored, but trying to do too much there and Really should have set someone else up, but Todd Kane does well. Shot was bang on target. Just thought the goalkeeper made a bit
catchy.
Too much of it, really, to be honest. One for the cameras. Play with the runner.
Corner towards the far post, and Blackman got a fingertip, and the crossbar got a bit of it too.
It's a great ball. Let's be honest, Ben. This is a great ball in. You know, Jamal got maybe a little bit too close to his near post, but the good hand, good height that he's got has enabled him to get a few fingertips to it and push it onto the crossbar.
They have had a couple of chances and a couple of close shaves in this second half, Doncaster. Here comes the next corner. Far post again is the target. Headed out. We've passed the 94. That should be Blackman's, and that should be good enough.
Yeah, that's
Pick
good
it up
enough for me. And again, you know, the delivery into the box was good, but a good performance in the respect that we played reasonably well, Ben, and we managed to get that second goal. Oh, so important. I think there's lots of room for improvement. I'm looking forward to the next round.
Job done, but only just. Chelsea have successfully overcome their round 3 hurdle. They've had to come from behind to do it, though. Behind in the second minute to a header from Wakefield. John Swift made it 1-1.